So what tools should you have in your electrical do-it-yourself tool bag to become that good weekend wiring warrior? Well, this is just a sample of what you should have, but it's a very good start. Of course, there's always different things you'll come across needing, but just for starters, you need a good knife. So I prefer a utility knife. This is a standard utility knife from DeWalt. That's for stripping wires, stripping cables, etc. The next thing you want to have is a full set of screwdrivers. So Robertson screwdrivers come in 4 different sizes, from 0, which is just this little yellow guy here, square head. So if you get a better look at that, all the way up to the big guy, which is called a number 3. So a number 3 you'll seldom use. That's one of these. It's the largest one of the Robertson family. And then you've got the most common, number 2 Robertson, or we call them the Red Robbie. And a number 1, a lot of the devices will have a Robertson screwdriver or a screw head in the terminals. And they also can be used with the Phillips in a lot of cases. Phillips is more popular in the United States. And a full range of Phillips screwdrivers, of course, is something else you'll want to have in your toolkit. And they range all the way from little ones to your medium-sized Phillips screwdriver that you would use in the most cases, and your tiny ones like that, way down to a small one, all the way up to the large Big Daddy that you may use as well. So full range of Phillips screwdrivers is essential to have in your kit. And then of course standard blade, all the way down from mini ones if you're working on fine things, not likely in regular electrical work. But then there's 2 sizes, a 1/4 inch standard blade screwdriver and a 3/8 standard blade screwdriver, the most common that you're going to run into in your home electrical DIY. You should also have at least 1 crescent wrench, but it wouldn't hurt to have 2 different sizes of crescent wrench, adjustable wrenches. So I've got 2 here to show you, a larger one and a small one. This is a 10 inch or 250 millimeter. Now, also doesn't hurt to have actual wrenches, open end and box end combination wrenches. That's a lot better than a crescent wrench, but basic set, have a crescent wrench in there. You should also have Allen wrenches. So here's a set of Allen wrenches in standard. They also come in metric. So another thing you should have in your DIY toolkit. Of course, if you're getting into more heavier duty rough-in and construction, electrical construction, you will need to have a hammer for stapling wires down. You'll want to have a hacksaw. You'll want to have a wood saw, because a lot of times you got to cut wood blocks to block in some of your outlet boxes, bridge gaps between studs, etc. Now, you can replace just about all your screwdrivers with a nice cordless drill or drill driver. And of course, with that, you're going to want to have a full set of bits for that, with all the different heads that we talked about within our realm of screwdrivers. Also, becoming more popular these days is Torx, which is the 6-sided star-shaped screwdriver that I have here. And those are becoming more and more popular in a lot of devices. And they are, like I said, a 6.6 star-shaped kind of Torx screwdriver. This is a T20 4-inch shaft. Covering all that, we are going on to wire strippers. Very important to have wire strippers. Now, these come in various shapes and sizes for different uses, but predominantly a T-stripper such as this will do you. This is all your strip gauge here, from 12 down to 20 gauge on this one. And it also has a little hole there for bending that hoop in your solid wires, which I've showed in many of my YouTube videos. So if you want to go watch those and check them out, how you use that tool to bend the wire. And you'll also see it in the lessons here when we actually do that installation of a receptacle. Now here's a little different style. This is more for probably automotive electrical, because it's got all the crimping available here for crimping butt splices and stake-on connectors. But it also has bolt cutters in it. So it's got bolt cutters for your 6-3 and 8-3, which are your machine screws that either go into your device boxes or 8-3s, 832s I should say, and 632s are most of your device screws that fasten your device into your outlet box. So if they're too long, you can thread them into these holes here and cut them and then back them back out through the threads, and that chases the thread back out, so you've got a good thread to work with. This here stripper from Crocs also has some bolt cutting holes in it as well, and it also has the loop bending tool on it as well, and it's got a crimper in the center here. So many different types of wire strippers, and of course in the video previously where we talked about safety devices, this is one I showed you there, another T-stripper that actually has the tickle tester built into the handle like I showed you in the other video. And also you should have a set of pliers, a full range of pliers. This is a diagonal plier, or a side cutter it's also known as. That's for cutting wire. A needle nose plier. So that's very handy. Lots of times you got to reach into a box and pull a cable in properly, or many different aspects of use for these. They also have a wire cutter as well. Most of them do. This is a bull nose plier, or a lineman plier. That is used for, again, cutting wire or twisting wires together before you put on the moret. And other devices, other reasons you might need a claw in here to, say, pull on a fish tape or something else similar to that. Very handy tool to have. One of the most valuable pliers that you'll carry in your tool bag or in your toolbox. And this is a pump plier. Some people call them channel locks, but that's a brand name more than it is a proper name for the tool. Proper name is a pump plier. So there it is. That gives you a very good start to your toolkit. You'll always want to have different things. One very handy device is an oscillating tool for cutting in holes if you're adding a receptacle into drywall. Oscillating tool is incredibly useful and a valuable tool. So there you have it. Thanks for watching this video, video 5, all about tools for the electrical do-it-yourselfer to become a proficient weekend wiring warrior.